Check 1 2. What's going on with people? Let me position myself correctly. Let's see if I can get over here. Whoop, whoop. I still don't look right, man. See what happened? 2 things happened this week. One, my wife needed to record something for her class, and in that process, let's see if I can fix this. Everything got switched. It's like, man, listen, that don't even look right. What's going on? That's all right. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it fixed. Everything, all my settings, man. And then on top of that, my computer updated. Oh, I'm so mad. Hold on, let me see if I can kill this background. Yeah, so my computer updated, and when that happened, it some things went. Every time something updates, malfunctions. I thought I need to cut this automatic update off. Let's see if I can brighten myself up just a tad bit. Got the money. All right, that looks good right there. What's going on, good people, man? Crazy week. How you guys' week is going? What's going on, Sir Dan Dude? Binge in the building. Guerrilla Tactics in the building. Messing the brother up. Man, listen. You try your best, man, just to kind of come through and take care of things. You know, your wife is, she needs some things. Let's see if I adjust this here. I don't want to turn it too much. All right, that's a little better. That's still a little closer. I'd rather be fur. Let me see if I can move myself over here somewhere. All right. Let's see. Can I see mess up everything? Before I can see my screen back there, I can't see it no more. All right, one more adjustment. Nah, it'll be just my luck. Okay, that's closer. That's closer to where I used to have it. It'll be just my luck, man. You know what? I get things started and then it kind of crash on me. But then another thing happened. So usually I connect my iPad to my Mac and I get the rolling. But by the stupid Mac updating, it must have thrown off the ability to connect my iPad. So now I can't even connect my iPad anymore. It just kills me. So usually, my iPad is usually my center. I ran, everything get ran from here. But now I got to switch it up because my iPad don't work. But you know what works? My phone. So I got to do the news from my phone. Thank God, I ain't tripping. Thank God I can do it. So y'all got to bear with me after I kind of get things going. I got the wheel going on another screen, so the wheel is still functioning. It's gonna be different tonight. Bear with me, good people. That's how we do on this Monday, man. The great thing is that tomorrow, man, our brother has no school. Man, listen, but I pray that the weather don't come through and mess up some stuff. But however, you know what? We got a weather day tomorrow. Supposed to get a bunch of rain, a bunch of wind, so they cancel school. So being from Michigan, I never heard of canceling school because of rain. But it's supposed to be a lot of it. We're supposed to get like 5 inches of rain in a short period of time. So we in a flood flash watch rather. And the issue is that one thing I still wasn't accustomed to when I moved down here to Georgia was, one, catching the bus to school. If it wasn't a city bus, we was walking. But you know what? They go around, pick up all the babies because they have to. There ain't no sidewalks. And so with the bus schedule, you know what? That's an issue. I think I bet you the city and the county, if they came together, they probably would save so much money if they built sidewalks everywhere. That's one thing I do not like about Georgia is that, hey, you know what? It's no sidewalks. Then on top of that, my lovely wife bought me this chair a couple years ago. And I like the chair, but the chair just all of a sudden started breaking down on me. Like this arm over here, like my arm way down here because the darn arm is broken. What games you playing? Oh man, listen. Man, I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna be making some content. But if I get things, it depends. I plan on working late tonight after the stream. I'm planning on getting some work in. If I can get a bunch of work in, then I probably will crack some games open and have some fun at it. I don't know, man. I think I like the. I want to update Asphalt 9. They got a new update that just came out not too long ago. I probably want to do that. Action Verge 2. I want to dig into that because I really like the first one. I haven't picked it up yet, but I plan on picking it up. That's about it. So, Benz, I'm assuming y'all. To me, it's like, you know what? If I looked at the trajectory of that storm, man, I think it's coming through the A as well, man. I'd be surprised if you guys might not have school tomorrow either. Now, so let me see. Let's see. Can I? Dang, man, this is killing me. I can't get on my iPad. All my stories is right there. I got to pick and choose, but now I got to do it bootleg way. That's all right though. We just keep it pushing, back and forth, back and forth. All right, let's see. Let me get some more people chimed in on this wheel. The good thing is that I can move my keyboard. I don't got to really have it like. I can move the keyboard to my computer. So there, I think maybe I get Gorilla Tactics on the board. You know what? I still have not. I have to send out Cool Breeze Jr.'s card. I sure enough forgot. I'll make sure I do it tonight after this stream. So besides that, man, I know you don't want to hear about my week and things I did. Hey, man, how you doing? Been some time since I joined the stream. Yeah, listen, man, I have not seen your name in quite some bit, but man, welcome back. Let me go ahead and get him chimed on in and see if it pops up on screen. Boom. I don't know. Can't see it. I think everything is. Oh, there you go. There. Is it Hazatron YT? Hazatron YT say, hey, man, how you doing? Been some time since I joined the stream. Hey, man, well, welcome back. That's the key. As long as you're back, man, we're talking about a bunch of stuff tonight, man. I'm excited, man. Listen, I'm not a big Grand Theft Auto fan. However, those first 3 Grand Theft Autos I played, 3 San Andreas, man, I played them bad boys on my PSP. Shout out to them old school gamers. But that PSP boy is, you know, that was my thing. I'm trying to put these names. I'm all messed up tonight. Gorilla Tactics is on there. Let me get my man Hazard YT. Hazardtron. I'm about to say Hazardtron. Please forgive me, Hazardtron. Charged to my head, not to my heart, man. I wasn't expecting my stream to start off like this, and I was here at enough time to get everything kind of sorted out. Man, I probably spent the last half an hour trying to figure out why my iPad won't connect. And it's probably nothing I'm doing. It's probably all something on this stupid update. We got the Stream Deck mentioned in this week's chat. Shout out to Gorilla Tactics, man. Oh, man. I get my Hey, man, listen, that Stream Deck, man, Phil Spencer done got one. I said, golly, Phil, how you gonna get one and, you know, not share the love with everybody else? But Phil got one. I said, I need to be down. Stormtrooper Doom, man, my brother, man, said, let me go ahead and chime in. Steve M in the building. Friday the 13th was lucky for me. I turned left around a roundabout and my drink fell out of my holder. Look, wait for a second, and crashed my car into a lamppost. Oh, man. God almighty. I'm okay, but my pride is hurt. All right, man. The key is, man, that you're safe, man. Good thing about cars, man, they come and go, man. I know right now, you know, financially, you know, it wasn't, it's a sickening feeling, man. But I'm just glad, man, you made it, man. So you get the hand clap one time from the kids. The kids gonna give you some love, man, because I'm just glad you was maybe able to be safe. You was able to join us this evening because, you know, life is short, man. We are not promised, my brother. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you're safe. But let me get you chimed in. Bazard YT. I want to say Bazard. like bastard. No, it was Bazzard. Got you on there. Bench is on there. Steve M in the building. I don't give you a comment 1 second, Steve. All right. I gotta keep clicking back and forth. This is gonna be interesting tonight. Y'all gonna have to bear with me big time. All right. Steve M says, been going through some of my old stuff at my parents' house and found a VH advertisement. The Nintendo 64. Talk about some nostalgia. Hey man, listen. It's nice to go back and see them old commercials. You know what? It kind of like puts you right in the mix. It's like if you don't know, man, if you guys are some old G.I. Joe fans, you know Hasbro got a G.I. Joe channel, and man, listen, I love it because you know they play the whole show in its entirety, even the stuff at the end. Like, oh, that wire could be dangerous, and knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe. I mean, it just puts you back in being the kid, man. I love those kind of types of feelings because you know what, man, we have some good cartoons. Good cartoons. Has anybody watched He-Man on Netflix? I checked it out. It was straight. It was straight. I'm looking forward to the next part of it. I think it was just a little too short. You know, at 5 episodes, they're all 25 minutes apiece, so you know it's about an hour and a half, and you know you really didn't get a climax. I mean, well, I'm not gonna tell the story, but you know I'm definitely interested to see how this transpires, how this goes. So it is what it is, man. But I thought it was pretty decent. I haven't watched Transformers new season yet, but I'm planning on checking that out sooner than later. I might even start watching that tomorrow as I'm doing some work. But I would tell you, listen, Castlevania, man, go back and watch all 3 seasons, man. Great story. I hate that they kind of kill it enough they're going in a different direction, but that storyline was pretty dope. All right, good people. Let's see, Ben says Phil Spence got one, man. He was like, yeah, man, I think it's a wonderful hardware. Now, see, I foresee Game Pass having a standalone app onto that. And once that happens, man, it's going to make that system just that much more of a viable option. Because, you know, if I'm streaming it or if I'm, you know, if it got even if it got xCloud on there, if I'm streaming it to the system, you know, I don't even, you know, you really don't even care at that standpoint how good the actual hardware is, because the heavy lifting is going on in the cloud. So that's gonna be interesting, man. I mean, the Steam Deck, man. Listen, I know we've been talking about it consistently, and I'm a Switch guy, and I'm still gonna be loyal to my Switch, hands down. But that Steam Deck is very, very interesting, man. I'm glad I got into the queue, and when it's time to pay, you know what? I'll figure it out. Like we always do. CMG, what's going on, my brother, in the building? I got to get you on the board in a second. Ben says, and knowing is half the battle. You need to say that in your class. And pretend you came out with it personally. Listen, they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know until I cut on G.I. Joe. And they'd be like, man, what is... I've heard that before. He never gives up. He stays till the fight's won. G.I. Joe was there. Tell you, man, listen. That made G.I. Joe made you want to go out and be a man. He made you want to go out there and kick tail. That was my show. Oh, man, chest is bruised, man. Yeah, man, you got to take care of yourself, man. Have you seen the COD Vanguard teaser? Looks underwhelming in my opinion. You listen, a lot of people. Okay, listen. I would say I agree. Let me tell you why I agree. Because once you see Battlefield, it's no comparison. It is absolutely. I think it's no comparison to Battlefield, and I think that's why it's kind of like. I think if Battlefield wasn't out there like it is, if there was no Battlefield, you know, people would still, you know, gripe and complain, but it wouldn't be as bad. But it's an obvious, like, hold on 1 minute. The Battlefield looked really, really, really good, man. I think that if I gotta choose between the two this year, it's gonna be Battlefield. Yeah, and I'm not even a diehard card player. You know, what I'm saying I play it. You know, I like the I ain't gonna lie, I like the story. I get on that online sometimes just to get massacred. 'Cause that's how I get massacred bad. At least you know that's one thing about I will say I know I'm jumping all over the place. That's one thing I will say about Nintendo games. At least you know I can get online with Smash and not get slaughtered. I can have a semi competitive game until you get some real good players. And you know, the same thing with like Mario Kart. I can go out and play a competitive game online. COD, absolutely not. Absolutely not, man. Them bad boys is no joke. See, I can get online and play Splatoon, have a good time. I know I'm not the best, but you know what? I get on there and I compare up and I can match up at least with like you know some people I know that's really good, and you know I can have a good time. But COD, man, is just like. The mouse and key, you can't compete with a mouse and keyboard. Just can't do it. So yeah, I totally agree. Hey, Geeky up today because she wasn't up yesterday. She was asleep. She was like, I'm not doing this tonight. I'm not doing this tonight. Y'all go ahead and go to bed. I can get you charity on the board. I don't know how I'm gonna broadcast this wheel tonight because my iPad is going, so I had to do something totally different. So y'all gotta bear with me, man. Just you know, have some patience with your brother. CMG, get you chimed in. All right, that's good. That's good. We get on that front. Let me get back to the questions. Let me go ahead. Where I'm at. I'm hearing that Steam Deck is the real deal. Listen, every video I've watched, and I've watched quite a few of them bad boys, everybody get glowing praises for this system. You know what? The battery don't bother me. It didn't. To me, if you bought a Gen 1 Switch and you survived the Gen 1 Switch, and as a matter of fact, if you still playing it and you're okay with it portably and just having a power bank, the same thing is going to happen with this Steam Deck. You can get you a good quality power bank and you're gonna roll with it. This absolutely, and that's I'm gonna roll with. I'm gonna find me. I think it's like you need like I think a 45 watt or 40 watt, something like that. I think it's 40 watt. I'm gonna find me a good solid 40 watt bank with about maybe 30,000 hours of power. Not hour. What's it called? Mega amps. 30,000 mega amps. And as long as I can be able to charge, as long as it can recharge the thing twice, I'm solid. Because I don't foresee myself playing it that much in handheld mode. Yeah, I just gotta, you know, get anything higher than that. And I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna play that bad boy up and keep playing. Yeah, so that don't bother me. The battery life never has bothered me. Nothing. It's nothing like just plugging it in, keep rolling. Yep. So. Steam Deck, man. God almighty. Yeah, I mean, I show Geeky some love. You know, I'm gonna put Geeky. I can put your business out there, but Geeky just had a baby. She had a whole human growing inside of her. I wanted to put her business out there a long time ago, but I was like, nope, that's not my place. But the baby here, baby Louie, is here now, so y'all gotta show her some love in the chat, man. And matter of fact, Geeky, put your Cash App out there. Somebody might buy a couple of diapers for the baby. Matter of fact, I need to buy a couple of diapers for the baby. CMG said, I remember playing Friday the 13th back on the NES. Ha! Classic. People don't understand, man. I'm not superstitious, but dang, as a mouse and keyboard COD player, I love playing crossplay against console player. It's COD on easy mode. Oh man, Guerrilla Tactics, man. Listen, the bad part about it, man, that's funny. That is legit. That's legit funny because I know if I was mouse and keyboard, I'd be like, It's like almost like licking your chops. It's like going to say, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and hoop with these kindergartners. And be dunking on them. CMG says I still have the Gen 1 Switch. CMG, nah, listen, are you really, really getting an OLED Switch? I'm getting one. It is. Matter of fact, I can tell you right now, mine's is paid for. One thing I love about GameStop, man, I can go in there and just nickel and dime it and slowly but surely pay it off. As I make money, I just go in there, $20 here, $25 there. And before you know it, man, it's paid off. Listen, man, I used to want Best Buy to do that all the time. Like, man, I pre-ordered it, man. I can't pay on my pre-order. No, you can't do it. I can put the $5 down. That's all right. Sorry. I'm like, you bastards. But it is what it is, though. Hold on. Greta Tactics, man. I still looking at your comment. That is funny, man. Linus Tip had the most detail with his hands up. What? Linus Tech Tips. Oh, okay. Had the most detail with his hands on. You know what? I gotta watch that video. All right. I gotta check that one out. Because that's to me, when you at this standpoint, you're looking for somebody to show you something different than what you've already seen. Because so many of these videos are just regurgitating what you kind of already seen already. But you want to see somebody to say, hey, you know what, to give you a different perspective. That bad boy is big, though. I looking at it, somebody posted a picture. I don't know who did. I forgot. But I know I seen the picture where they had like the Switch on top of the Steam Deck. And, you can see the length difference. And to me, it's like I figured as much as, it's like putting on two Split Pad Pros, well, not two, but, put on the Split Pad Pros, and it's about almost the same length. So, I could dig that 7-inch screen. I'm really, really interested to see how that go. But it's gonna be interesting, man. I wanna. It's like certain games, man, that I know we don't have on the Switch, and certain games that I've always dreamed of playing portably, that I want to see, perform. That's what I want to really see perform at a high level. And COD, COD is gonna be one of them that I definitely COD and Halo and Gears. I want to play all those games handheld portably. Yeah, so that's why I would like that. I think if you're a hardcore gamer, I think getting the Steam Deck is a legit move. And to me, if you're a hardcore Xbox gamer, this is a no-brainer. If you're Xbox, if your whole ecosystem is Xbox, this is a no-brainer. This is an absolute no-brainer to say, you know what, I can play Master Chief handheld. I could just play a story mode, let alone get on there and play some legit, saying. I want to see how those track pads are. I think them track pads is gonna be that's gonna be a nice little addition if you can move that thumb fast enough. All right, let's see, let's get in there. So I remember, this is Hazardtron YT. So I remember a while back I was contemplating getting a Switch or wait for the Pro. Kind of pissed Nintendo's not doing anything with it. Yeah, you know what? I know, man. Listen, as much as you want to defend Nintendo, and I get it from a business standpoint, why they went this direction, because it buys them some time. You know what? It does. It really, really buys them some time. I think the mistake Nintendo, I think if they keep this price structure long term, it's gonna be a mistake. If they keep it at $350 for, say, longer than 6 months, and they don't make that price drop, because it's got to come back down to $300 if they're gonna plan on releasing something else better than this. I just wonder how long that $350 is gonna be there. I think it's gonna force still. I think the average consumer is not gonna care about the OLED. I think if I'm a parent. If I know it do the same thing, the difference is it's a screen. I'm like, shoot, it's gonna be connected to a TV anyway. I might as well go to $300. I know for sure, I'm gonna say every year, but last year I worked for GameStop rather, for Christmas. I'm gonna do it again this year, because I saved so much money just buying games, at a discounted rate. However, but if a parent or somebody was coming to the store and was like, hey, you know what? Which one should I get? I'm gonna ask them some questions, and I know for sure they're gonna say, well, it's probably gonna be connected to TV all the time. I'm gonna push them to the regular switch. I'm like, it's $300. You know what? You're not losing. You don't need that kind of graphical fidelity. But if it's like a cat that plays in handheld mode all the time, and they ask me, it's like, hey man, should I get me a? This is a legit question. I want everybody to kind of think about this here. Which one, if you was like, hey, I'm just a handheld gamer, do you push him to the OLED or do you push him to the light? Is it if the OLED worth $150 jump if you just a handheld player? That's a huge decision you gotta make. And you know what? To be honest, I would say get the light. Get the 20 and take that extra 150 and buy you a ton of games. And especially now, and I bet money. I bet money. Come this holiday, they're gonna run this sale. They're gonna say, "Hey, you buy a light, you get the 128 gigabyte memory card, which is a great deal for $200. Great, phenomenal deal, phenomenal." If they keep that up, if they keep that kind of sale up, it's Black Friday. That sale is coming. Watch it. Your boy said it first. It's gonna work out phenomenal for the Switch. That's why I like them getting an extra 10 million this year. It's guaranteed. I guarantee they pass the Wii before the end of this year. When we hear those details, what is it? And I think it's like in January. In January they announced what happened in the third quarter or second quarter? One or two. One of those quarters. They announced sales for that quarter, I think in January, and it goes already to like December. When we find those numbers out, we're gonna find out that, man, hey, Nintendo's been smashing. And it's gonna surpass the Wii for sure. All right. Listen, hold on. Geeky need a butt whoop. I don't have Cash App. I need to figure that out. Geeky. You leaving money on the table. You better Cash App is not easy. It's not hard to figure it out. In fact, that's an easy one. That's an easy one to figure out. You need Cash Out because people need to be able to pay you. Like, boop. I was like, go buy you some diapers, Geeky. Boop. Wah. Little Louie. I said, oh, I remember that Friday the 13th on the yes. I do too. I scared playing that game. It wasn't that scary, but I do remember it though. Just when an OLED screen and a better battery. I tell you, if I had the choice, if I'm the GameStop employee and I'm trying to guide them, I'm telling them, man, this is the better bargain. If you're a handheld gamer, the light is probably better. You get a D-pad. You get a D-pad. Your battery might not be the best, but you know what? It ain't gonna take nothing to charge that thing. Get you a little power bank. You solid. I'm telling you. And they'll give you a 128 gigabyte card. So that means you go out. You got 160 gigs of storage. Psh, take that extra $100 and buy up the scene. Yes, sir. What's going on, Chris Mendez in the building? Shout out to Chris one time. Let me cut my sound effects. Let me try that one more time. Oh, there it is. We back on the scene. Chris, man, listen, man, I had to do something different, man. I have to. I don't know how. I'm gonna work it out, but I gotta get you on this board. But my iPad, man, I gotta figure this out, man. I had my whole system just ready, man, but I updated my computer, man. Why did it do that? That's my fault, though. I should have took it off of automatic update. I'm gonna get Chris Mendez on the board. All right, make sure I got everybody so far. 10 people on the board. Hey, man, listen, take out 20, man. Look at 10 likes going on. Good people. What's up? Martin. I'm the man. It's a love, Martin. Guerrilla Tactics. I still have the OG Switch 2. I decided to go ahead and pre-order the OLED. Shout out from Guerrilla Tactics one time. But I'm going be big mad if the Switch Pro is announced next year. No, you not. This is what you gonna do. You gonna trade that bad boy in. You gonna trade that bad boy in, and you gonna get that Pro. That's what I'm gonna do. That is what I'm going to do. You know what? No, I'm not telling that story. But that's what you're going to do. You're going to trade that bad boy in. You're going to find your GameStop, trade it in, and go ahead and pre-order that Pro. What? Is it, to be honest? No, that's not to be honest. Maybe it is to be honest. It's got an F. To be frank, to be frank, I don't think they're going to do a Pro with how much money they're listen, you make a valid point, man. At the end of the day, man, what is Nintendo? Nintendo is a business, man. And they care about business decisions. And you are right. There's a good chance they might say, man, we're going to ride this pony out till the wheels fall off. And we'll see you guys in 2023, which I hope they don't. I really, really hope they don't. But I got this feeling like a new Pro, a new Pro is not launching with Breath of the Wild. Now they might have a Breath of the Wild OLED model, but I don't know, man. And you know what makes me think this way is I go back to the trailer. You're not going to show this trailer of Breath of the Wild 2 running on an OLED and launch it with new hardware. There's no need to. You know, somebody had to point that out to me. I think, you got a good point. It's like, you know what? It's no way to be a hardcore analyst with Nintendo or any of these video games systems. You just got to just roll with the punches. And you can have opinions, but, you know, your opinions don't mean nothing until Nintendo say, and they dropped the mic. Yeah. So yeah, listen. I would tell you this here. You would definitely for sure get a whole full year of that OLED. Especially if you got a Gen 1. Like my daughter got a Gen 1, man, and I'm so glad she paying for her own Switch. You understand, man? I was looking, man. I got enough video. I recorded our launch day experience when my kids were small. The launch of the Switch, I recorded everything, man. And I was going back looking at that footage, like, man, you know what? I should release this. And I think I just might. I might put that video together and release it the day before the Switch, OLED Switch, and see how y'all like it. Man, it's a cute little video, man. It ain't nothing like, oh my goodness, this is phenomenal. But it was cute for my kids. It was a nice experience for them. So I'm thinking about releasing that video. I want the Switch to be more powerful. Then I will pick up one. Yeah, I think yeah, I do too. But I don't think it's not gonna happen. It's not happening this year. It might happen next year. It might happen next year. But by 2023, yeah, for sure. It might happen 2022. It might. Basil YT said, I'm fed up about people talking about AAA games. Give me a game like Soulcom, Pursuit Force, Unit 13. Listen, get this man and the hand clap from the kids. Because you know why? Because he is right. Basil YT is right. You know what? Listen, to be honest, in portable mode, I just want the gameplay to be legit. And if you play Unit 13, man, and you like shooting games, really, that's a great tactical shooter. Because you couldn't go in there, John Blade, because, you know, you get killed in Unit 13. You got to be smart. It was the best of both worlds, man. It was a great tactical game, a great strategy game, and a great shooter all into one. That game was good, man. I would love a remake or adaptation for the Switch. Sign me up day one. I will pay that today. So I've been gaming on Stadia lately. I know. Listen, I seen your videos, man. I watch your videos, man. Stadia, Grand Theft Auto. I saw your video, CMG. Oh, it's to be fair. I'm telling you, man, I'm old, man. Charge it to my head, not to my heart. That's funny, man. Listen, hey, I binge. I have this quote, no lie. I have this quote. I have that exact same quote in my classroom right now. The exact same quote, man. I use that quote consistently because so many times, man, I know this is switching gears, but I just saw he put this quote up and I was like, man, that is something in my classroom. I teach my kids in my classroom all the time the importance of valuing the things they do now and valuing themselves as a business and marketing themselves as a business no matter what they do. And that's a great quote from Jay-Z. I'm not just a businessman, I am a businessman. And people don't understand that. They be like, you do business. No, man, you the business. Your name is on the marquee. You the McDonald's. You the Ford Motor Company. That's you if you view yourself that way. But you got to start viewing yourself that way. Quake 311, what's going on? I thought it was to be frank as well. Listen, man. There are all these codes and text messages. I'm trying to adapt myself. I just remember, people typed out words straight out, but I got to get there. So you got to bear with me. I ain't a young cat. Well, you know what? When I tell people my age, they be like, "You're that old?" Or better yet, I tell them like, "Yeah, I have 6 children." They be like, oh, "You got what?" They go to you don't look like you have 6 children. I said, "What a person who has 6 children look like?" Yeah, so it is what's going on, Kenny from the A? What's going on? Woo! Every time I see your name, man, I want to be I be straight up pimping. You can find me in the A. Let me get you on the board, Kenny and Quake. Let me get you on the board, man. I have to do something different, man. I keep saying it tonight, man. I'm gonna say it one more time, man. But man, my computer updated, man, and I can't get my iPad for some reason to connect to my eCam. It's all over the place, man. So, but you know what? My phone connected, so I'm gonna do the news for my phone. I know, bootleg city, but we in here. Kenny from the A. All right, we in there. All right, let me get back to our regular broadcasts. Had to break off for a minute. Boom. I still love Nintendo that won't ever change. Right, man. To me, at this standpoint, you know what you get when you get a Nintendo. For those who are coming in here that's new to gaming, man, you expect Nintendo to go off the rail. Do not. They're pretty much straightforward, man. I be on that kryptonite. I be on. Man, that song still go hard today. I can put that on right now and have cats in. Even though, YouTube will flag me, but still, it will be bumping. I don't know if you can hear my son in the background, man. I'm about to hit this mute button and tell him to be quiet, but I'm going to tell it in my own way. All right, good people. Let's see how I can make this work. Let's see. I'm here. I might have to do a whole. Let me see if I can connect the whole screen. No, I don't want to do camera 2 because I'll look crazy. Let's see if I go here. Uh-oh. Of course, y'all want to see none of that. Let's get off of that for a minute. All right, let's. Let me see how this works. Let's see if I can make it happen. Make it happen, Captain. All right. Your boy is up in here. Ha. Well, you know what? Listen, I'm telling you, I'm still kind of mad because I can't. I like when my whole iPad kind of feels everything. But it is what it is. We're gonna go through some of these stories, man. Listen, first up, listen, I still have not got me a one-up cabinet, but but, and I'm not getting the Simpson one either because I mean, I just wasn't. I think it's great. I mean, I'm reporting it to you guys. I'm just waiting for that Killer Instinct to drop. When that one drops, then I will go all the way in. But for those of you who are, at kind of this, at hey, you're a Simpson fan, you might look at this here and be like, all right, let's make this happen. The Simpsons arcade one-up cabinet, hands-on preview, a classic, a cartoon classic. I just want to know, say pre-orders. This is the big thing. Pre-orders for this machine. This for those of you who are interested. Starts August 16th. I want to know the price. It's first and foremost, it's important to note again that this prototype of the system cabinet was unfinished. The artwork, which you can see, is on the photo below, has not been finalized, and the cabinet final shape has slightly changed. The particular cabinet did not include the Wi-Fi functionality or the second included game, which is Simpsons Bowling. Okay, so you said the only playable game with the classic Simpsons arcade title, which took me roughly 38 minutes to complete in single player mode. Okay, all right, let's go. I just want to know, what's the price? Give me the price. Say I measured at 6'3" and stand. That's a tall machine, man. I don't need that. Yeah, I mean that's. I mean, listen, if you a diehard fan, if you collect these things, I get it. But listen, the only one I'm waiting on is the Killer Instinct one. I cannot wait till that one drop. Your brother will have to get one in and do a full review of it for sure. Okay, all right. So don't get on pricing. Maybe I skipped it. I'm scanning through it right now. Yeah, so I almost saying pulled the trigger on the NBA Jam one. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the original NBA Jam. I think it's by far the better of. It's the best one of all of them. Cause they had my Pistons on there with Isaiah Thomas and Bill Lambert when they was cooking. I was just cook cats with them with that combo. All right. So no word on pricing, but you can start pre-ordering August 16th. Don't know how much that pre-order is going to be, but if you're trying to get another cabinet or your first cabinet, you like The Simpsons, it's coming out. Be on the lookout. All right. Let's see what's up next. Nintendo parent guide to securing credit cards from kids. Oh, listen. I'm not going to go through this whole story. I'm just going to talk to all you parents who might say, well, I'll just leave my credit card on my kids' Nintendo Switch. You setting yourself up for the downfall. And I could, if I was the person on the phone and you like, you call Nintendo like, I'm trying to get these charges off. And I'm going to say, you left your credit card on there? You dummy. That's what I would say. I would get fired. I know I would be fired. Because I would say, you dummy. What was you thinking? Oh, Quay got a question. He had a statement. He said, played a bunch of Jackbox Party Pack 7 with some friends last week. They still going strong. God almighty. I listen, and I remember, Quay, I think you one told me I need to pick those games up, man. I keep bypassing them too. I probably need to. Let's see. I'm not gonna talk about this story because I think it's stupid. And I watched Obi-Wan stream. He was like so super hype. It was like epic egg on your face. But man, listen, this whole situation, I'll wait till it come out, man. I don't know about you guys, man, but sometimes I'm like, man, this don't even. I'm not even fully excited about this here. But if it come out, great. If it don't, man, I'm not chasing this here. But Anticipated PS5 app for horror game abandoned accidentally trolls everyone. And I'm glad I wasn't one of them. I watched the stream. I watched the recap of Obi-Wan. I laughed and then I kept on pushing. I don't know what you guys felt. I was like, man, it is what it is. Oh, that's a good question, man. Let me pull Ben's question up. Ben says, I wonder what's the resale value of those arcade cabinets. Yeah, that's a good question, man. Because you don't hear too many people like, getting tired of them and trading them in. And the key is like, where would you trade that bad boy in at? You know what? I wonder that's probably a good eBay question. Can anybody jump on eBay real quick and just say, hey, you know what? How much them one arcade cabinets going for on eBay? See, the only thing about I would be really skeptical about buying it off eBay because one thing, listen, if you ever go to Walmart and one of those cabinets is on, best believe that bad boy is tore up. Every time I go into a Walmart and that bad boy is on, like if it's like Street Fighter or something like that, they'd already destroyed it. Like you can't even sell that one. GTA, I hope that comes definitely will be great on the Switch. Agreed. I love GTA, man. Matter of fact, let's get to that story. I know it's in my collection of stories I picked out today. I'll come back to the top, but I'm gonna jump into this Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto. Kotaku claims Grand Theft Auto Remastered trilogy coming to the Nintendo Switch this year. I take Cadence into this story only because Kotaku is it's solid. It's like I think to me in the video game space it's more solid than Bloomberg. So I don't know why people they look at Bloomberg as the go or tell all, maybe because it's from a business standpoint. But in the video game world, I think Kotaku is much more reliable than Bloomberg. However, I digress. But I think this story is legit because more and more people are like, even in their story, Kotaku's story, they got 3 different sources. It's not even related that's collaborating on this. And to me, if you think about it from a standpoint of is it Take-Two? From a business standpoint, from the people that make Grand Theft Auto, how about that? I'm drawing a brain fart right now, but it's a great business. That's a great business decision. A decision that probably should have been made a while ago, but they're bound to sell more units because it's gonna be more people. Think about Nintendo right now. We're probably at 90 million right now. So you got 90 million Switches out there in the globe, and if 10% buy this trilogy, which I think a lot, because I know it's a lot of parents who come in. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about this. I remember working at GameStop, and if I would hate when parents would come in and their child is like 5, 6, 7, and they buying them Grand Theft Auto, and then you tell them like, hey, you know what? This game is rated 17. Hold on, let me see if I can fix this real quick, was this a little off? And you go to tell them like, hey man, this game is M rated, and again, no, that's okay. But see, I'm raw with it. I'm like, hey, you know what? They to get his energy back up, they doing it like having sex, right? I tell them that right in their face, and then you know what they still say? Oh yeah. I was like, what you laughing for? But you gonna introduce that to your 7-year-old? I hate dumb parents. I'm sorry, man. I hate dumb parents. I really hate young, dumb parents. But I really hate old parents that should know better. Like you know better. Your grandma coming in buying Grand Theft Auto because your son like it. Oh yeah, you need your tail whooped. I'm sorry. I know this is totally off the story, off the cuff. But that just triggered a memory, man. But I'm with you on this one, CMG. Totally. I'm with you. But I tell you, boy. Steve M says I'm interested in each. Steve M, I am too. We gonna get to that. We definitely gonna get to the indie showcase, because I mean I wasn't like overly thrilled. I'm gonna get off Grand Theft Auto. We'll get to the indie. We're gonna definitely come back to your statement, because I totally agree with that. Yeah, Kotaku is the real deal. That's why I was definitely. Oh man, what's going on with that? What I tell you? All right. Let's see. The popular gaming site Kotaku says that there are sources have informed them that Rockstar has been busy creating Grand Theft Auto Remastered trilogy for all current systems and iOS and Android. They're gonna sell a lot of these games, man. You know what? I'm glad. I hope that Nintendo gets on Nintendo before like this year, like before Christmas, because if that happens, man, they're gonna sell it. It's gonna sell like gangbusters, man. Said high definition. Okay, they said 3 classic games would be high definition ports of classic games: Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, one of my favorites, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I think San Andreas, man, probably had the best story. You know what? To be honest, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the last Grand Theft Auto I played. I didn't play 4. Just wasn't interested. It's only so many killings, so many times you can run over people. And then when they start having like real major sex, when they was like showing it, I was like, oh man, it just lost me. However, I digress. However, the timing seems a little off, as Rockstar will be releasing new and improved PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X/S versions of Grand Theft Auto 5 in November. Yeah, that's a good question, man. Like, do this come out before November? I think it does. I think at the next Nintendo Direct, whenever that Direct may be, that they're gonna definitely crack this open. I think that next Direct is gonna be phenomenal. They got too many games that's kind of popping up, right? Games that you wouldn't think will come to the Switch is coming. Darksiders 3 coming to the end of next month. I think, I'm probably going to pick up Darksiders 3. I love Darksiders 1. Darksiders 2 was Darksiders 1 was the truth, though. Didn't know this game came out. Earth Defense Force World Brothers would still want it to look like it did before. No, I don't have a thought of what that game looked like in my mental Rolodex yet, but I'll get there. So I'm going to need those camera controls to be remastered in those Hey, you are right. You are right. To be remastered in those GTA games, because man, camera control in the early 2000s were rough, real rough. I just hope they give it enough TLC. I hope more companies kind of look at how Nintendo did Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, and they didn't just throw it out there. They recognize if we make these quality of life improvements, it's going to add longevity to the game, and that is what I'm looking for. Had to give me a swig of water. All right. My mom let me play Manhunt on. Oh my goodness, Manhunt. Who remember Manhunt? Shout out to the PS2, man. They had so many good games, man. I had the original PS2, and I kept that bad boy all the way to the end. I mean, I refused to sell it back, even when that bad boy used to, the disc used to mess up all the time. So you had to break it apart and clean the lens and then put it all back together. I used to do that probably every 2 or 3 months, and I was like, man, I'm not getting another one until it was time for me to upgrade to my PS3. And that's what I did. Right before my PS3, I kind of sold it back in. Let's see. Yeah, Manhunt was good. Yeah, Manhunt was good. Definitely one of them games that's like, man, like kind of like underrated and kind of just been blown away. You know, people not even thinking about it no more, and which they should. All right, but yeah, Grand Theft Auto, man. I do believe this gets announced at the next direct. It's too big of a game not to get announced at the next direct. All right, let's go. Let's find this indie. Let's talk about the indie direct if I can find it. I know I got it. No, not PlayStation. And I went too far. This is irritating. No. I went too far. Boom, 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 boom. I might even got it. That's all right. We going right into Steve M's comment. Steve M. Huh. Viewers from hey man, Dodge. Hey man, I'm glad you guys showed up tonight. Said viewers for you, DodgeHype.com. I don't know who Dodge Hype is, but hey, I appreciate you all that you do coming to hang out with us. Right now, we're talking about the some of the games from Indie World. We'll address Steve M's statement. I think East World looked really good. It's of the games of the Indie World. I mean, I think it had a little bit for everybody. That one game at the beginning looked like Jet Set Radio. I thought that looked pretty dope, especially if you're a fan of Jet Set Radio. But I think, of course, my favorite was Axiom Verge 2 being shadow dropped that day. I thought that was dope. East World and the Tetris Effect was my three big, like, okay, I can see myself, I was hyped for those announcements. But everything else, I was like, Overall, I gave it a C. I gave the show a C. I didn't think it wasn't terrible. They had a lot of games. They kept it moving kind of fast, which I like. They don't drag it along. But at the end of the day, man, it still wasn't like if they'd have came out and Silk Song was a part of this, and they gave us a release date, then I would have been like, all right, bet. This is a dope show. But I don't know. I got to see. I gave it a C. I don't know what you guys gave it, but it definitely gained a C for me. Geeky said, I like the Indie World. Yeah, the Indie World definitely had some games in there that I was like, okay, Geeky will feel these games here, especially that one game. What is it called? With the little character, he had a little ball. He had a little. I hate that. I took notes on this Indie World, but you know what? You know what it is? It's in my classroom because when I watched it, I was in my classroom. I was in my classroom during my lunch. I only had one kid during lunch, and I typically take advantage of that. Cool Breeze is in the building. Cool Breeze said, hey, man, I'm sorry I'm late. Hey, don't worry, man. Listen, we've had technology-wise, man, we've had some issues with the stream, but you know what, brother? You never late it as long as you made it. Cool Breeze is in the building. Yeah. So, to go back to, I had to type Cool Breeze in real quick. So right now we're talking about the Indie Direct. You know what? I really did think it was pretty solid. It just wasn't like, oh my goodness, it didn't blow me away by any stretch of imagination, but it was still nice that, hey, you know what? You got to, as a Switch, owner, you have a variety of games. Just imagine right now. Imagine you say I bucked on a Switch. Like, I ain't buying no Switch. I'm not doing none of that. And you waited and you say, all right, this is going to be your. I'm going to jump in, and I'm going to jump in on the OLED. One, you came in at a great time. You can get a great system with a great screen, great battery life. But you have a plethora of games to buy, man. I mean, where do you start? Where do you end? At games that you probably like. Luigi's Mansion is a phenomenal game, man. If you have not picked it up, you're missing out. You want to pick up that Luigi's Mansion, man. Mario Odyssey. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I mean, you get the games that you have at your disposal. The free games like Asphalt 9, man, in my opinion, is the best racing game. Go ahead, you can come at me in the chat on the Switch. And that's my opinion, man. I love that game. I love that game. That's the game. Like, you know, when that DLC come out, you know, I pick it up because the game is just that good. So, I think it's a great time to come into the Switch system. It's a great time. Newcomers, man, they're gonna be like Nintendo fans for life. What's going on, Ben? My man, Ben. Yeah, chat. Ben is my guy, man. All right, Ben. Listen. I'm gonna take a quick break and become Uncle Game Dad for a hot second, and I'm gonna look directly at Ben. Ben, you are a big boy, and you know what? Gaming Dad is quite proud of you. But you know what? You know you can do more, and you know you can be better. I don't know what that is, what that might say to you, but you look inside yourself and ask yourself, am I being the best big brother, son that I can be? And I wanted to challenge you to be that and more. And as long as you do that, you watch how God bless you. Being obedient is the key. This ain't Gaming Dad talking. The Bible says, you know what? To be obedient. Love and honor thy mother and thy father so that you will have a long life. And I want you to remember that as you continue to help your mom and serve your parents and your brand new little brother, God will reward you. Remember that. And make sure you read. Reading is fundamental. Shout out to my boy Ben. Y'all show Ben some love in the chat, because he's the bomb.com. All right. Let's see. Ben, let me get you on the. All right, I got Ben. I got Cool Breeze. Let me get Ben Toy Channel. Got you on there, Ben. Somebody else. That's right. You can be just like my man Cool Breeze and chime in on Twitch at the same time. That's right. And you will have twice the opportunity to get on here and get this WXYZ. Y'all remember that WKRP in Cincinnati? That was my show. All right, so let's get to some comments. Let's see. Says in the house of Twitch. Ben said I'm here. Luigi's Mansion is the one game I didn't pick up. Oh man, I would tell you wait if you have not picked it up. CMG, wait to Black Friday. It's probably gonna be anywhere from $35 to $40. Great if it go on sale for that price, you'll never catch it cheaper. I don't even think it's gonna go down to $25 this year because the game is just that good. It's one of them games that, from a multiplayer perspective, it's so underrated because the multiplayer games on there kind of reminds you and put you in the limelight of like Nintendo Land. If you had a Wii U and Nintendo Land is the truth, but Luigi Mansion, their DLC, man, was really catered around multiplayer. Great game, man. This is a complete package. But I would wait for Black Friday to pick that game up for sure. Ben says I'm going to eat some Oreo ice cream and be right back. All right, Ben. I hope you didn't miss out on my comments to you, because I want you to make sure you grab that, buddy. So I'll check it out. Burnout Paradise and Need for Speed Hot Pursuit are both incredible. Yeah, great games, but I would definitely still say Asphalt 9, for it to be a free game, you know what? You know, it is really, really good. It's, to me, I wish they put Burnout 3 instead of Paradise. I like Paradise, but Burnout 3 to me was my favorite Burnout. I wish they had that on there. 'Cause Burnout 3 and Asphalt 9 kind of plays the same. Yeah, it's like, you know, if Asphalt 9 had the car collision mechanism with it, kind of like, it was like bullet time, it would be pretty much Burnout 3. but it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal game. Nickelodeon Kart Racer 2 is really good. You know what? I didn't even think twice to even look at that game, but I might have to check it out. You know what? I've seen that on sale because you know I can probably get that dirt cheap, so I might have to check that one out. I'm with you, Cool Breeze. Like I am excited for the OLED Switch. Only because you know I'm a hardware whore. I mean, I just like new hardware. I think new hardware is it's just something about just opening up a new system and digging into it. It's just something about it. I'm really looking forward to what the screen look like because I play a lot of handheld. Yeah, man. I think it's listen, CMG man, and I know Geeky can appreciate it. I think it's important, especially to our younger viewers. It's just our younger people that's around us that we speak more life into them. It's important because I teach at the high school, man, and I can you can tell these kids are not being spoken life to. I didn't, this is a side note, man. We had another young man from a high school, man, lose his life like a couple days ago, and dealing with that experience, man. When I was at the other high school, man, we had lost like 5 students last year lost their lives, and I'm already this beginning of school year, and we got another kid who lost their life. I don't know the reason why. I can't tell you. I know it's a bunch of rumors out there that I won't speculate on. But however, you know what? I think it's so important that you get an opportunity to speak life into someone else, no matter if they're a kid, no matter if they're an adult. We all should be doing it. I can't speak for everybody, and please don't be offended when I say this, but I'm going to say it because this is who I believe in. Those who believe in Christ, you know what? One of the commandments once you got saved was to go out and share the good news. So sharing the good news and speaking life into other people and showing them that, hey, this is a better way to live your life is what we all should be doing. And so, hey, man, hey, Ben, man, I haven't even touched you, laid hands on you yet, but one day I will, man. But I just want to let you know, man, brother, hey, we love you out here. We want you to be a great young man, and we want you to be a servant because Jesus was a servant. So be like Jesus. All right. Business stuff in my brain while my head is spinning. I don't know because you probably eating all that ice cream super fast. That's why. Best Buy is doing some student discounts on some first party Nintendo Switch game. Whoa, what? Oh, we need that. I need that. Listen, I need to. I'm waiting for these student discounts on some of this Apple products because I gotta buy some for my kids. Lollipop, what's going on? Me and my girlfriend is excited for GTA. I hope it would have multiplayer. Listen, Lollipop. Hey man, first of all, man, welcome to the stream. Second of all, I totally agree with you. If it has multiplayer, man, it's gonna really amp up. It's really gonna take the trilogy. It's gonna make it a really big thing if it has multiplayer and it's online. That would be dope, super dope. But Lollipop, man, hey man, I'm so glad you're here, man. Let me get you chimed in on the wheel. Let's see, Lollipop. That song was dope. by the way. All right, let me get you back in. He said Burnout on the PSP was awesome. Yeah. Man, super fun, super fast. I like a fast game. Hey, I'm looking at our account, man. We got 13 people in the chat, man. Hey, man, don't forget, man, take opportunity, man. Hit that like button. It thoroughly helps our channel tremendously. But yeah, definitely do that. Appreciate you, that you do. Burnout, man. That's Burnout. Yeah, Burnout Legends was really good. Forget about Burnout Legends. The first kart racer is terrible. Yeah, I heard the same thing. That's why I was like, I might have to check it out. Nick Kart Racer 2 is really good. I found it when it was on sale. How much you pay for it? Listen, exactly. I didn't know they existed either. But let me know, let me know how you pay. Let that on the chat so we all can kind of, figure that one out. I help my mom out right now. Wow. Yeah, listen, man. Service, man. Serving other people, man. You will find out, man. You are doing up or building up treasures, man. Blessings by serving other people, man. That's why I absolutely love being a teacher, man, because it gives me the opportunity to serve other people's children. I just wish it paid more. So much of that is going on in my city, in my city, NYC. The gun violence is ridiculous. Yeah, crazy ridiculous. He said, Gigi said, I still need that pink Mac. Yes, you do. You listen. Yes, you do. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I seen it, when listen, it's funny. Like when anytime I think of something pink, I think of you. I think, oh, you say this is like if I see something pink, I'm like, oh, I say, yeah, something Geeky would wear. Oh yeah, Geeky. Oh yeah, this we go Geek. Cause her whole aesthetic is pink. And if you had a pink Mac, oh man, Gato Almighty. Oh my goodness, Brittany, what system are you playing on? What version? I am playing on my. Listen, I have everything, Brittany. I have a Switch, I have an Xbox Series X, and a PS5. But yeah, but I'm mostly a Switch guy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I probably buy most of my games, particularly on the Switch, because of the portability. I love, you know what? You just can't go wrong with that. Like if I get an Xbox or a PS5, don't go around. The games are phenomenal, and you know, and I'm not a hater by any stretch of imagination, but I'm tied to this TV. And if I'm not in here watching it on my TV, it's like you know, I be times I just want to get in and play a couple rounds, or I want to cut in and do something real quick. So it's easy for me to get on my Switch and just get at it, and then put it up, you know. But Brittany, listen, I'm so glad you came into my channel. God don't mind, I'm so happy representing Facebook in the building. Listen, I'm not gonna put Brittany's business all the way out there, but Brittany is my girl. She my girl. We went to college together. I remember when she was like super duper young, and she had no kind of thoughts. She was like, I'm not going to school, you know. And I'm so glad that she listened to me and went off and got a degree and got a master's degree. That she got this big old family with all these kids. Buy your kids some Switches. And not the ones you go cut off the trees. He might got spanked or whooped with a Switch. I got tore up. My mama was a ninja with a Switch. You know, her little hand be moving back and forth. You be like, God almighty, them things hurt. Oh, Brittany came to my screen. I'm so proud. All right. Thanks for the positivity, love of your stream. Hey, man, thanks. Shout out to Cool Breeze one time. Get the bomb.com, man. I think it's important, man. Listen, it's so much negativity in the world, man. I'm just not that guy. I wasn't raised to be that guy to be negative, man. You got to be positive. And the games is great, man. But you know what, man? Listen, at the end of the day, we should be uplifting one another, supporting one another. Because sometimes, man, don't you just need to hear it? You hear so much, man. You get on it. Like, you want to be depressed? Watch the news. Go watch the news, man. They be like, COVID-19, COVID. Oh, I can't say that out loud. But it's going to kill you. You know, you're going to die. He's like, man, no, listen, just relax, man. You'll be okay. Cool Breeze Jr. is in the building. Man, listen, please forgive me, man. Charge it to my head, not to my heart. I've been so busy. But as soon as this stream is over, Cool Breeze Jr., I will send out your Nintendo eShop code. Hey, Brittany, by you chiming in tonight, you have just entered a chance to win. We give out a free Nintendo eShop card every Monday night. Let your son watch the stream so he can get an opportunity to win. So you know what? And then I'll just send him the code. And then you know what? I'm gonna be buying him Switch games, low key. What's going on? Oh my goodness. Brittany, is that my oldest son, 14 plays GTA, but on Xbox. Is it the same thing? Yes, but this new one, the one that's getting ready to be remastered, Brittany, are the older ones. It's like Grand Theft Auto 3, San Andreas. Those are the older ones. It's not the same as 5. But why you letting your 14-year-old son play that game? Do you know what's going on in that game? You know how they get that energy back, Brittany? They be hunching. And they be showing, they be like, you know, it be hunching. It be simulated hunching. That's how they get his energy back. Be like, listen, it's just too much. It's too much for him to be watching. His eyeballs gonna get big. You gonna come in his room one day. You gonna catch his hands in the pants. You gonna be hold on. Shout out. Hold on. Listen. Stop it. Stop. My boy has came back to the stream. Shout out to my boy representing on Twitch. My boy 90s Misfit is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to my boy 90s. Man, what's going on with you, baby? Brittany, hey, the great thing about it, you chimed in not once but twice, because you showed up on Facebook and on YouTube, so you get yourself 2 chances to win. Let me get you chimed in real quick, Brittany. Man, 90s, man, when I first started streaming, man, 90s was rocking with me, man. I'm so glad that you made it back out to the stream, my brother. Been there already. Oh man, listen, I'm type your name in twice, Brittany. This is gonna be your Facebook. Okay, so let me see if I can make this happen. So Brittany, how I do it? Let me get back to my screen. Let me see if I can do it. All right. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna click off for a second, but. All right, there we go. So, Brittany, hey, you can see my screen there. Everybody's rolling around. It's running kind of slow, but it is what it is. I will, and so we have everybody that come in tonight to the chat. I type their names in, and then what happens is I'll click their names, and then we'll keep, pick names until there's one winner left, and that one winner will win our eShop card for tonight. So, by you showing up on both Facebook and YouTube tonight, you have made it here. So congratulations. All right, well, I got to type my boy 90s, and let me get my boy 90s on the board. '90s Misfit. Got you. We in here. All right, let me see if I can get back to where I was. No, I don't want that. All right, there we go. I'm back in. All right. He said, you made me laugh out loud. Ha. I tried to. Listen, man. I tried to, my brother. All right, let's see. Let me go back. I got some comments to get into. Gorilla Tactics said, Sony needs to bring back Kevin. But listen, well, you know what? It's sometimes, man, I love this. I love our stream. I love our community, man, because sometimes we be thinking on the same page. And, I have conversations with cats all the time. And I don't have too many cats besides you guys who really are up on, like, not just video games that to be playing this form of entertainment, but the behind the scenes and who really runs, like, these different companies. And so I was talking to a partner of mine. We both own, shares in Sony, and we were saying the same thing. Like, man, they need to bring him back, man. They need a better. Cause right now, the guy that got at the top, man, he's just, he's a little too toxic, and they need to clear that up a little bit. Definitely feel your pain. Did that get Cool Breeze Jr. on the screen? See. Oh, I didn't listen. I didn't put Cool Breeze. Well, Cool Breeze, you won last week, so I'm not gonna put your name on there. I think I gotta make sure tonight I get you your card though. That's so funny. Brittany's been there with the. Yeah, I've been there too. I got a 15-year-old. It's crazy. All right, let's get back to some more stories. Valve patched a Steam exploit that let users add unlimited funds to Steam wallets. That's crazy. That is crazy. You know what? Just imagine if you was that player and you just like, I'm just buying up stuff left and right. Then all of a sudden they find out who you are and this, then all your games just went away. You didn't get to keep nothing. You probably started playing something. They was like, nope. Swiped it out. A security researcher on HackerOne recently submitted an exploit that could be used on Steam to gain unlimited funds. The exploit has since been patched by Valve, and the company awarded the user who discovered the exploit $7,500. Hey, that's them coins right there. I know I could do with $7,500. I can pay off this camera I bought. All right, I digress. HackerOne is a site that connects companies like Valve with users who like to hack and tinker with websites, apps, and other pieces of software. Speaking of that, man, listen, I cannot. This is a non-gaming comment. So your boy is considering doing cybersecurity, and there's a program out there by the University of Michigan. And it's not cheap. It's kind of expensive. However, I'm thinking about it. It's less than 1 year, and it would definitely put me in a situation where I can just change my whole direction. Right now, it's kind of just been doing teaching for a long time. But I'm thinking about it, man. I'm really, really considering it. And I talked to the lady today, and something me and my wife is going to have to, think about. But yeah, man. I'm sorry I don't know where that came from. That's how I be. Just sometimes the thought pop in my head. I want to share with you guys. All right. Chris says, Gaming Dad, what type of laptop would I need to get to stream? That's a good question. I wouldn't say I have the capture card. To be honest, I think what I would do, I get more success having my system hardwired in than using Wi-Fi. I also, I think any probably newer computer will work. It's just that you have to make sure that it has enough RAM. So I wouldn't get a computer that had nothing less. Anything less than 16 gigabytes of RAM, I wouldn't do. I think 16 gigabytes kind of gives you a nice cushion to be able to run the program you're going to run the stream. Because you probably use in the beginning you probably use maybe OBS because OBS is free, and I think that would be a good choice. You say get a capture card. Yeah, so the RAM is important. I think hugely important. I would definitely try my best to hardwire my experience in so you don't have no issues with your internet, and just making sure your internet is good. People underestimate. People sometimes have the best rigs, but your internet is trash. It's really, really hard to stream and have good quality. SOC in the building. What's going on with you? I have no idea about GTA as far as numbers or levels. I just asked Jillian, and he said 5 was his favorite, or Vice City. Yeah, Vice City was good. Vice City was good. You definitely need to have those conversations with Julia. Golly, I remember when Julian was a little bitty baby, and you was just carrying him around. We was driving around in my car. God almighty. Those were the days. All right, let's see. Julian said, Brittany said, clearly not a gamer. That's okay. That's all right. Hey, I'm sorry I'm late. Brother, listen, you're never late long as you're here. In my heart, you're on time. So I'm a little late. How are you guys doing? Yeah, man, show my boy SOC some love in the chat. Cause my brother's thebomb.com. He got my what you call that thing? My Discord up and running. Got it going solid. I appreciate him all that he do. Let me get you chimed in too, SOC. Where I got you. System on the chip. Chi-Town in the building. What's going on, CT? All right. Let's go back. We got Guerrilla Tactics. Gave me that. Some people have the best rigs and trash internet. Me, is this a personal? No, sir. No, not at all. But he asked the question. He asked the question about streaming. I was like, yeah, you got to make sure that internet is legit. I would definitely make sure your internet is legit. You start with there, and then don't take no computer that has 8 gig of RAMs. No, you want something 16 or more, for sure, to be able to simultaneously run that program smooth. Your capture card, you got a capture card, so you should be good on that front. You know what, Griff? You know, also, man, what are you gonna stream? That's a good question. That's a probably a good question. Like, are you streaming off your Xbox, your Switch, PS5? I don't know what you streaming off of. That would be good. Gorilla Texas, man, you funny, man. But no diss, no diss. Don't forget, good people, to make sure you hit the like button, man. No matter if you are representing on Twitch or on Facebook or YouTube, hit the like button for you, brother. SOC says, I got Verizon, whatever that word is, gigabit. I get 1 gig up and down. Yeah, see, yeah, I do. I got AT&T the same. I got the fiber for AT&T, and it's the same way, 1 gig up, 1 gig out. Yep. Yep, definitely. If you got a Chris, if you got a an OG, I don't know what switch you have, but if you have an OG switch, I would definitely buy the hardline adapter. And depending on where you're streaming from, if you're close to your router or you close to your outlet, your Ethernet outlet on your router, I would definitely go that direction. I know when I started streaming, because my stuff is upstairs, but when I started streaming like for real, like I was like, I'm about to do this for real, I went ahead and called AT&T, man, and paid the little extra $150 to have them run a line. Yeah, and have me a wall outlet down here, so I can run that power. I needed. I like that was like a no-brainer. That's probably been the best decision I made. Right. Good. Listen, great times. Great times. Remember Myers? Now Myers was great times out there in that snow. I miss Michigan, man. I don't care anybody say. I love Georgia. I love Georgia like in the wintertime because it's not that it's not that cold, and if it do get cold, it's not long. But I miss the snow, man. I miss some boots. I got my pea coat. I got a fresh polo pea coat. It's nice. But that bad boy's been in the closet, man. It's like it gets no use. Only time I get to use it when I know for sure it's snowing in Michigan, I'm going that direction, then I gotta rock it. It said, what type of gaming computer is good? I told Julian he could use my laptop to play online games, but he wasn't going for it. Yeah. You know what? Listen, online games and computer games, it's a different beast. It's a different beast all into itself. There are some gaming laptops, but you gonna pay some. You gonna pay some grip. I mean, I know Julian's 14, but I would like, Julian, you gotta get a job because them gaming laptops, they ain't cheap. It definitely probably, as expensive as let's see, a place. Definitely more expensive than a PS5 for sure. So listen, unless you're just trying to be like the best mommy in the world, then yeah, it's some gaming laptops that you can buy. But to let him use your laptop, nah, your laptop gonna crash and burn. He gonna play Fortnite and be dead. He gonna be getting shot because it's gonna have like 10 frames per second. It says, my dad is pretty good with cables and wire. Oh yeah, okay. Let's see. Then you A1. Listen, I could have done it. I looked at it and I watched him kind of install it. I was like, I could have done that, but I didn't have the tools to put the drag the wire. He had a tool that he was able to take the wire from upstairs and kind of put it downstairs right there in the area where it could. I mean, the guy knew what he was doing. I said, if I'd have been me, I'd been tear it up and then the whole house didn't have no power. So I'm looking to get him this gaming computer for Christmas. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So yeah, what I would do, what I'm gonna do for you, Brittany, I'll do some research and I'll send you some stuff via Facebook and I'll put it in your box to kind of look at, and then I'll try to gauge it price wise from like the lowest, to like a low end computer to a middle tier to a high end, and then you can get an idea. And I would definitely get him a laptop because this way he can kind of be mobile with it. If you get him like a real legit PC, it's gonna be tough. Yeah. So this way also, if you get him a gaming laptop, you can get him Steam, and then you can get him a Steam Deck. Low key, yeah, we're gonna talk about. You probably should get him a Steam Deck. You probably, listen, and I'm not thinking about it. You probably should get him a Steam Deck, even though, like, when is Julian's birthday? If I'm correct, his birthday is in May. I think his birthday is close to mine. So listen, if Leia, definitely, we should talk about that. Cause I would tell you to get in this queue to get yourself a Steam Deck, because he would love you to death if you get him a Steam Deck. But the gaming laptop, I'll definitely put that in your Oh, listen. Oh, your son got taste. Hey, listen. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask the chat, man. How many of you guys in here have played Shadow of War? If you play Shadow of War, man, that's one of my favorite Lord of the Rings games, man. That game is legit. I mean, legit. That game is super good. The first and the second one. Well, oh man, well worth the playthrough. I tell you, if you have not played those last two Lord of the Rings games, it was Shadow of War. And it's one before that. Oh, I can't think of the name of Save My Life, but man, them games were great. All right, this can't go wrong. So yeah, your son playing some games to be 14, but he's 14 though. I'd be thinking like, you know what? But I bet you was playing way before 14. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption is good. Great game, great game, man. Games with great stories, and just a bunch of killing too. Yeah, shout out to Dylan. That's that Dylan. Julian. I know GTA is just a game, but here is Chicago is real. Listen, you ain't lying. CT, man, listen, all I got to say, man, when you get on the stream, man, I think it's a blessed day, man. Listen, you keep yourself safe out there in the Chi, man. To see how the Chi is now is how Detroit used to be. That's how, man, when Detroit used to be on the news like the murder capital of the world. Like, yeah, we were. But now I think it got to be the Chi. It's got to be the Chi. The Chi is, boy, they, listen, how sometimes you get these, one thing about Chicago news, you can catch Chicago news, no matter where you at. I don't know how they got the hookup where everybody want to look at Chicago news, but no matter what little streaming app you might use, I always catching Chicago news, always. And man, every time I watch their news, it's like I'm watching Detroit news, so it'd be just the same. Murder, kill. It's like, God almighty, man. That's why it's important. That's why I always go back to the importance of, man, speaking life into one another, speaking life into these kids, and get their mindset off of what a lot of this music. And I'm a DJ, man, and I love a lot of the music too. But if it's no balance, if you're not educating your child and saying, hey, you know what, you might listen to Lil Uzi and there are these other ones, but you know what, you need to pick up this Nas. Cause shout out to Nas, cause that album is the bomb. I got you, Brittany, for sure. I got you for sure. It says the Steam Deck has good enough specs to really replace a gaming PC. Right now, it does. My only issue with the Steam Deck is that if it was like full steam ahead, if this wasn't, we weren't dealing with a chip shortage, and they can put out and mass produce 1 million units for December and get everybody pre-ordered one, it would be phenomenal. But that's not going to happen. It's going to eventually stretch out over these next couple months. I mean, really next maybe 6 to 12 months. And so it's going to be a trickle out effect. So, some people are going to get it in December, and then some people are going to get it, like in the first or second, half of 2022. Your boy getting in the second quarter, so you'd be sometime between, what is that, April and July, something like that. So, but yeah, I totally agree, man. I think right now is good, and I think that first couple years it's going to be legit. It's going to be year 3. It's going to be what other companies, because if y'all paid attention to what Val was saying, they want other companies to make Steam Deck-like devices. They want them to do that because they want them to use the OS. Because if they use the OS, what do that mean? More people are going to get into the Steam's ecosystem. That means more people are going to be buying Steam games. And that is going to be crazy. Damn, he's going to need a high-end PC for those games. Yeah, for those games, he's going to need them. He's going to definitely need something with some beefy specs. It just can't be no legit, I'm going to Walmart and buy that PC. He's going to be short. The days before the years. Ha. Ha. All right, let's see. Man, listen, man. The people SOC Guerrilla Tactics, man, binge, man. You know what, man? 90s, man. You guys, man, make doing this here like so legitly a good time because y'all are funny, man. All right, we got 12 people in the chat. Don't forget, good people. Don't forget to hit the like button. It definitely help out the channel. And as we continue to go on, it says, Greta Titan says, no one should listen to Lil Uzi. You're right. You listen. I am not a fan of none of these new rappers. None of them. What is another one? It's another one. Some guy they listen to, man. Is it Pooh Shiesty? Yeah, that's the guy's name, Pooh Shiesty. I'm like, man, this is garbage. Garbage. I can't stand listening to it. I'm like, man. But people gotta understand, man. Listen, a lot of these rappers, you know what? And listen. But what I'm about to say offend you, I'm sorry. Please charge it to my head, not to my heart. But I gotta keep it 100. A lot of these rappers, a lot of these black rappers, they come out here and they make this music, but it's not the black rappers that are legitly saying, "Hey, you know what? This is okay to play. We need to release this here." It's those who have money. Notice I did not say, you know what, it was a race thing. It's not. It's about the have and the have-nots. It's about those who got money, and they say, hey, they can control and dictate what is being promoted, what is being said. So think about it. You got all these rappers saying, you know what, you should go out there and sell drugs. You should sell your WAP, and you should have something tickling in the back of your throat. If that's constantly being promoted, and if we're not, you know, going against that grind and showing our young people the importance that this something somebody made up, this is rap, and it's not real life. Our children go out there and think this is real life, and they do dumb stuff, and then they kill the rest of their life. One of my former students, I just found out today, man, this kind of broke my heart, that, you know, he in jail. He in jail, you know, because he liked using drugs. He got caught popping a Xan, but you know what? He had did some stuff before that, and that jail they were trying to lock him up for years. And it's because, you know what, he popped a Xan and then went crazy. Hey man, I'm a fan of Nancy Reagan. You know what Nancy Reagan said? Just say no. So Ben, if you watching, your mama letting you watch, just say no. Don't ever. I had a conversation with my son the other day. You know, he wanted to go over to his little friend house and kind of friend out. I was like, hey, you know what? I need to meet this friend. So I was like, you need to tell me about him. And so I went to ask him questions. My son is pretty honest. He was like, yeah, daddy, he do smoke weed. I said, hey, man, he can never come over here. Never. You can't come over my house. No, I don't trust you. People who have smoked anything, I call them crackheads. I'm sorry. If you're a crackhead right now, you're on the stream, I'm sorry. I call you a crackhead. Crackhead. But yeah, man, I know I went all over the place in the comments. I took it from my son to drugs, but I got my one of my former students, man, and you know what? I want to go see him. He ain't far, and so I think I'm gonna write him. I'm gonna write him because, you know, at heart he is a good dude at heart. But once again, influence. You know, you got people out there who not trying to put the right influences in his life. They'll grow up thinking like, hey, I want to live this life like some of these rappers, and they kind of find out, man, real life ain't about that. Then they wonder why they don't got nothing. Why have an addiction to drugs when you can play Nintendo games? Right. Listen, I am not lying. I do have an addiction. I just wish I had more time. I need to figure out some way to get more time, man. And that's the reason why early I was talking about, saying maybe even switching careers, because like, man, I just want some more time to, to be able to enjoy life. I don't want to just be this work all the time, even though like this is right here. This is not work. This is just something I love to do. Yeah. All right. I know. Listen, we went on a little tangent for a minute. All right. Listen, let me open this back up. I know we was talking about Kotaku, but get out of there. Let's go to another media. Okay, yeah, this is I was looking for this earlier. No, we talked about this. I'm not gonna go back into. Let's get out of there. Those of you looking for Life is Strange, even Life is Strange team announced yesterday evening that the Life is Strange Remastered collection and the new one is both delayed. Has been delayed to 2022. So you get the new one and the old one, the old remaster that was supposed to come out. Both of them games have been delayed to 2022. I hope you guys want to looking forward. I mean, I was looking forward to, because I like games like that with good stories, and but it is what it is. Hey, let's talk about Pokemon real quick. I am not streaming this because I'll be at school, but however, I will be watching it, and I probably will. If it's really really good, I'll get home that evening and I'll stream just to talk about the Pokemon Presents, because I'm kind of excited, and I'm not even a Pokemon fan. That's like, I'm not like, you got some diehard people that like to this day that still play Pokemon Go, like they still meet up at like certain parks and go searching for Pokemon. I know people like that go out like right now, they plan events and they go out and they do this thing. I am not that guy. Never have, man. Even when I was a kid, when Pokemon was hot on the Game Boy, I was like, I tried it. It was all that whole like kind of like turn-based thing that I just was never a fan of. However, I am excited for Pokemon Legends Arceus, and I was like, I'm really really looking forward to seeing how this game turned out. I got a good strong feeling they're gonna end the show with it. It's a long show. It's not even short. It's like 28 minutes. So, you're gonna see probably more Pokemon get released for Pokemon Unite. I have not played Pokemon Unite, but the more and more I talk to people and listen to people, a lot of people are really digging this game. So for it to be a free game, man, I might just have to jump on, man, and play a little bit. But sure, I can get some time. That's the key, man. You know what? I'm a family man, and I work. I have like legit jobs, and I listen to some of these other, YouTubers, and I be like, man, when do you find the time to play all these games? I just don't have the time, and then be it. You know what? And then I go back and think about it. Say, oh, these cats don't have no kids, really. Oh, that's what it is. These cats, they gaming dads, but they really ain't gaming dads. They just, they faking it. Even though like OJ always have his kids with him. Shout out to not OJ, but Obi-Wan. Shout out to Obi-Wan, man. Listen, that Joker, he that's how you're supposed to do it. But you know what? You gotta have a good balance of time to be able to, and then he homeschool his kids all the time. His kids are homeschooled, but I just wonder, like where they get the time at, man? Because I don't be having the time to be playing all these games as much as I buy them, but I don't get that much free break to get into it. But I will tomorrow because there's no school, thanks to that storm that's coming. Yeah, not OJ. OJ didn't play them games. OJ was like, if the hands don't fit, you gotta quit. He wasn't playing no games with it. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna do OJ like that. But however, Pokemon Presents August 18th, which is not tomorrow, but I believe that is Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, if I'm correct. I keep wanting to, like,